What's going on? I made a big change yesterday. I noticed I have this really loud alarm clock. It's one of them old school, like, it's got the bells on either side and just a hammer in the middle. One of them. So, thankfully, so long as I remember to set my alarm before I go to sleep, I'm waking up on time. But the thing is, this is all snow. We're running on the road. But the thing is, I kept on falling asleep late. And I was like, man, I keep falling asleep late, waking up real tired, waking up to my alarm, turning it off. And sometimes even going back to sleep. I put my alarm clock on the other side of my room, and I would get up, run over to it, and still turn it off and then go back to sleep. I mean, I'm waking up at a good time, but still, it's not ideal, and I need to be performing a little better during the day too. So I need my rest, especially since I want to be exercising even a little bit every day. But anyways, I did the Dr. K method for resetting my sleep. And last night I was like, man, I'm trying to wake up at 4 o'clock and it's already 11. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just not gonna go to sleep. So I cracked open a Celsius and I was just like, all right, we're staying up. And yeah, yesterday was, oh my God, it felt like hot ass. I hated it. It was so tiring, but I fell asleep at like 8:30 or something. 8:30, 9 o'clock maybe. Around there. And then I set my alarm for 3 a.m. which was pretty good. And the reason I set it for 3 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. is because daylight savings is coming. And it always trips me up when daylight savings comes around. Last semester, I had such a hard time dealing with it. And so it fucked up my whole situation, man. It took me like 3 weeks to completely reset. So today is what's the date today? The 21st of February. And the daylight savings is on the 9th of March. So I'm trying to reset my schedule from right now so that by the time it comes around, I'm ahead of the curve, ahead of my peers, because they'll be even my professors are going to be trying to get used to the new cycle, but I can be like, yeah, I already took care of it and I'm set already. So as of right now, I'm gonna have to be going to sleep by like 8 or 9 o'clock, and then wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then daylight savings, boom. That means I'm falling asleep at 9 or 10 like a normal person, and waking up at 4. Another thing that I did, I wasn't running for a little while because I had lost an adequate amount of weight. I did a couple of other extreme measures. I did like it was intermittent fasting, but it was 20 and 4. And then my total calories was like 1,600 calories or some shit. And I got down to around like 73, 74 kilograms. And then it wasn't really going past there. I couldn't sustain it for long. I mean, obviously. But then I started focusing on strength training. So I had stopped running. I was doing cardio still, but it was like max incline walking, like max incline brisk walking on the treadmill or some shit. But I went on vacation in December, came back ballooned out of my mind. I was like 83, 84 kilos. It was nuts. But I didn't start running right away when I got back after seeing that I was overweight. I was a little busy being sad about how big I had gotten and how I'm losing touch. But then Netflix came out with some more episodes of Hajime no Ippo, and I was like, oh shit. So I was preparing for the semester and I saw Hajime no Ippo come out, and I was like, alright, bet. I was using Joshua Cheng. I was using this method called Anime Doro, where instead of 25 minutes of work and a 5-minute break, it was like 40 minutes or like an hour of work and then one episode of anime. Well, he calls it Anime Doro and he says anime, but just like a 20 to 30 minute episode of something. So I was doing that with Hajime no Ippo. And, you know, the cool thing about Hajime no Ippo is that Ippo doesn't have the main character. You might not know. I've only met like one other person that actually watches this show, and he was literally working at a boxing gym. But the show is about this guy. His dad died, and his mom runs a fishing business in Japan. So he goes to school. He doesn't really have time to hang out with friends or anything. So he has no friends, and he even gets bullied and stuff because he's always helping his mom out with work. So he's getting his ass beat at one point, and this guy comes by, sees him getting his ass beat, defends him, and takes him to a boxing gym to get stitched up and everything. Shows him how to punch, and it turns out he has crazy power because of the muscle that he built from helping out his mom on the fishing boat, like carrying all of the ice boxes full of bait and stuff over to the boat, that sort of thing. So to get to the point, pretty much he wants to become a pro boxer, and the show is about his journey in doing that. So the thing that's cool to me about the show, which is different than other shows that have to do with fighting and being strong and all that sort of thing, it's that he doesn't have any like superpower. He doesn't have any just random God-given talent. He has a bunch of strength that he got. Like, he has more power than the average boxer, but that's because he's been helping his mom the entire time, so it came from hard work. And then the rest of the show, he's just training and working hard and, you know, falling in love with the process and stuff and pushing himself, and it's really inspiring. Now, mind you, I'm a grown man, right? Now, you could get inspiration from anywhere at any age. That's, you know, I'm not trying to say that it feels cringe or anything. However, I'm not usually somebody who gets overly hyped on a show. But it started to like rekindle something that I was really trying to get back in my life. So I've been going all out with the whole boxing aesthetic. I even took a boxing class. I couldn't find an actual boxing gym, but near campus they had like a fitness gym. However, all the coaches there are pro boxers. So I was able to ask them some questions and have some conversations about form and all that sort of thing. And just get to like catch the vibe, you know? What is a pro boxer like? Clearly teaching fitness classes is just something they do in their free time. Make a little extra cash, but, or at least that's my impression. But to the point where even this thing that I'm wearing, this is from the show. That's Ippo's boxing gym. I got matching sweatpants. The Kamigawa boxing gym sweatpants. But yeah, there's all these aspects of the show for the different kinds of training. And I feel like a fucking psychopath. And I'm so glad nobody watches these videos. Because maybe, you know, I'll say it because I want me in the future to have something to look back on. But for the past couple of days, the first like couple minutes of study, I'll go on like ChatGPT or like DeepSeek. Oh, I always got hella snow. We're running on the road. But I would go on like DeepSeek or something, and I would be like, you know, create a piece of writing that equates the ethos of a boxer to a study session of a hardworking student or some shit like that. And I would tell it to construct a story that like kind of flashes between, yeah, a boxer going into the ring and a student going to a desk to study. So, and then listening to the soundtrack for Hajime no Ippo, like the songs that they use in the background during the training montages while I'm studying. Dude, it goes unbelievably hard. I cannot even lie. And it's getting me up and it's getting me out, and that's what matters. But I'm doing this psychotic shit. Like, I was like, can you compare ChatGPT? Can you compare my life as a student to the main character's life as a boxer in Hajime no Ippo? Literally, I found a seed and I'm like desperately trying to water it, but it's working, you know? I started running again because in the show, you know, boxers, they gotta run. They gotta do road work all the time. I'm not really doing proper road work. I'm just running, but I'm fucking overweight at the moment, so just give me a minute. I'll get to proper road work in a while. But yeah, this is my first day this week running outside. I've been running inside for most of the time. It's currently like negative 15 degrees Celsius, which, you know, it's pretty bad, and I would have stayed inside on the treadmill. I ripped like 10 minutes on the treadmill just to get warm first, and then like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I came out here into the cold. But I was already warm. Oh, baby. I was waking up at 4 and right away going and exercising. But today, I had breakfast first because I woke up at 3 and I felt so lax. And usually I lock up my phone in a little lockbox so it doesn't open until 5:30. But I didn't do that last night because I hadn't slept the night before, so I just got into bed and died. So, man, I started running too late. There's people on the road now. It's so sick, dude, to wake up way early morning before everybody else. And you're out on the road. Nobody's even awake. Nobody's driving around. If they're driving around, they're looking at you like, holy shit, dude. Or at least, that's what I tell myself they're saying when they see me running at fucking 4:12 a.m. But yeah, I've got the early wake up going. I've got my own little sweatsuit with Kamagawa boxing gym on it. My current goal is to finally get below 80 kilograms because I have been stuck, boy, when I tell you. I cannot get below 80. I dipped at one point, like a couple weeks ago. I dipped to like 79.3 or something, and then I just shot right back up. I was so mad. But my big plan yesterday, it worked, dude. I got up at 3, and when that alarm started ringing, man, I jumped at the alarm. Like, I ran. Not that there's room to run, but like I sprung at the alarm, pounced it, you know? And I sleep on the ground, so jumping up off the ground and going over to the alarm, it was huge. And not only that, but getting up and getting after it to some degree. Yeah, I dicked around and had breakfast and ended up starting the day at the same time that I did yesterday. But big picture, dude, compared to, excuse me, compared to like 2 weeks ago or something, or even a lot of the days last week. Last week, I exercised on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday only. This week, I've been doing some form of exercise every day. And I've been learning to love it. And it feels like a really cool step. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the trajectory that I'm showing over here. So yeah, did I dick around for an hour? Sure. Did I still start running at like 4:30 in the morning? Yeah, dude. So the blade's getting sharpened. I have an ideal schedule, but the whole point is to work up to that ideal, you know? So that's what I'm up to, working up to the ideal. Ramadan is coming soon also. So waking up way early, that's gonna be hella nice. Although hitting the mosque for Tarawih, that'll be a tough one. Ooh, what a rocket. I was like, man, I only did one small loop after like 10 or 15 minutes in the basement. I'm probably only going to be able to complete like 3 kilometers today, but I just got 4.5, which means I can finish 5 and still get home without getting frostbite. This is great. My appendages are all starting to feel it though, not gonna lie. But I guess that means to go faster, to warm up a little more. I feel so proud, dude. I feel so proud of myself for going through that struggle yesterday of like not getting any sleep at all. And like this morning it happened like right away. My whole sleep schedule was pretty much reset, dude. I do have to keep it up, but I fell asleep on time and I woke up on time after taking a huge step to make that happen. And now I have to keep on making that step. I have to keep on locking up my phone and doing all that sort of stuff. Preventative measures so that I can keep on keeping on with my sleep schedule. And my sleep schedule is good and I'm exercising well. My eating kind of fixes itself, you know. I don't even have to think about it. It's much easier not to like binge or snack on random shit during the day, you know. Oh, this is great, man. It took you along for the whole 5K run, pretty much. Not the whole 5K. The treadmill I did by myself, but we got a waning crescent moon in the sky. The world waking up a little bit, for real, a little bit. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. The world is starting to wake up as I'm finishing my run. People are getting out of bed right now. It's 5:01. Man, not usually, but there were long periods of time where I would get down on myself. But right now, I'm thinking, I'm not too bad, man. Check this shit out. I should continue to make myself proud, you know? So, to me in the future, I think, peace.